India has a population of over 1.4 billion people. But do you know how many actually pay income tax? Just about 6 crore people. That's under 4% of the entire population. This tiny fraction shoulders the financial responsibility for a nation of 1.4 billion. So, what if everyone eligible in India paid taxes? How would that transform the country? Let's break down the numbers. India's annual budget is approximately 45 lakh crore, $540 billion, with over 60% coming from tax revenue. But there's still a significant deficit of roughly 12 lakh crore, $150 billion, that gets added to the national debt each year. Now imagine if every working adult in India, say 100 crore people, paid even a modest amount in taxes. If each person contributed just 1,000 per month, that's 12,000 annually, the government would collect an additional 12 lakh crore every year. This transformation would revolutionize India in 3 major ways. First, infrastructure development would accelerate tremendously. With potentially double or triple the current revenue, India could invest in world-class transportation systems. Picture high-speed rail connecting every major city, modern airports in Tier 2 cities, and roads without potholes everywhere. This infrastructure boom would create millions of jobs and boost productivity nationwide. Second, social welfare systems would improve dramatically. Currently, healthcare spending sits at just 1.5% of GDP, among the lowest globally. With increased revenue, India could implement universal healthcare, giving every citizen access to quality medical services. Education funding could increase substantially, providing better facilities, more qualified teachers, and reducing the student-teacher ratio from 30-1 to around 15-1. Third, and perhaps surprisingly, with widespread tax participation, tax rates themselves could actually decrease. The middle class currently faces rates up to 30%, while many wealthy individuals find ways to avoid paying. With everyone contributing their fair share, rates could potentially drop to 15 to 20% for most income brackets, while still increasing overall revenue. But why don't more people pay taxes today? For many, it's straightforward. They don't earn enough. India has a large informal economy where farmers, laborers, and small vendors often make incomes below the taxable threshold. However, there's also a massive gray zone: business owners, freelancers, landlords, who earn well but either underreport or completely hide their income. The solution isn't just forcing everyone to pay, it's about making the system fair, simple, and transparent. Imagine if paying taxes was as easy as scanning a QR code, and if tax money was clearly tracked. This hospital was built with your taxes. This would build trust, and trust leads to participation. When more people pay taxes, accountability increases. Citizens start demanding better roads, cleaner water, and safer cities, because they're directly funding these services. This leads to better governance, as politicians must perform or face consequences. Everyone now has skin in the game. The bottom line is that tax participation isn't just about government revenue, it's about fairness and national development. When only 4% pay income taxes, public services remain underfunded, and honest taxpayers carry an unfair burden. What if everyone in India paid taxes? The government would be richer, the nation would be stronger, and the public would be more powerful. But this requires a revolution in mindset, technology, and transparency. Because when a country stands on the shoulders of all its citizens, not just a few, that's when real transformation begins.